because I went through, the comments as well of your TikTok videos, especially some like your croissant video and your pain au chocolat video. They've done like insane numbers. They're a bit more recent, sure, but they've done like viral numbers. And I was like, okay, why are people watching this, right? Because other people make videos of these things, and this isn't, you haven't invented the croissant. Um,
Yeah.
so I think your timing, I don't know if you clearly, you said that you didn't like plan, oh, this is the pandemic, I'm going to capitalize on social media.
Mm.
But these past couple of years, they've been so like mentally taxing on
Yeah.
people, right? And you don't realize it, but you're just scrolling through and you're like, yeah, I'm desensitized to the news, but it's still going into your head, right? The coronavirus and this war and Syria and whatever. So at the back of your mind, perhaps, there's like this buzzing. And your videos, it really seems, because a lot of people comment in your videos and they're saying stuff like, this made me happy. Some people said it made them cry, blah blah blah. And aesthetically, it looks great. I think you know it's a, and I think in my own experience, I started watching a lot more YouTube and TikTok, and it gave me this same feeling that when I would watch restoration videos, like people who are, you know,
Yeah.
so and then the ones without talking, right? It's just they're just putting it together, and it's just like this almost weirdly meditative
Right.
experience
Yeah.
where your mind is just gets to space out for a bit, and what you're making obviously looks great, and that's because of the skill and the um like the investment that you put into it. So I think that's really why, even though it's not a recipe, even though it's not like a how-to, your videos are just breaking it might not actually do as well if it was a recipe, now that I think of it.
Yeah. So I thought about like, okay, I would look at other TikToks, and sometimes I would do some like research like on myself, like, okay, what are people doing? How
Yeah.
did they do it? How can I, there's this, I took this literature class, and basically there was this poet we learned about, and he said that if you want to be a good poet, steal from people. He was being
Mm.
metaphorical. He meant like you imitate other people. You
Yeah.
imitate one person, you imitate when you're not when you're posting your stuff, but when you're writing yourself, right? And eventually you'll come to a point where you've imitated so many people, you can draw certain elements from different people and then create your own style. So that's I tried to do that, and I looked at other people, and I was like, "Oh, this is good," but I was like, "This doesn't fit with what I'm trying to." Like the recipes. I thought that how did they present the recipe? How did this
Mm.
person present this recipe? And I was like, that's not really. It's not going to align with what I want to do. I want to bring emotion. I want to tell you that like, um, basically this helped me like be a better person and try to. I want people to know that it's not just food.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been so many years. I keep on saying, like, I write this down in a bunch of places that for me, it's like at the food or baking is at the intersection of like community, culture, art, history, even science, even math, so many other things. And it's a combination of all of that, family,
Yeah.
relationships and all of that, so it's very, very deep in my opinion. I don't think I've even scratched the surface of trying to understand what I'm trying to, do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want people to get that emotion and feel like, this is actually something much more important because I'm starting to realize that like for me I keep faith really close to myself and I want
Mhm.
people to understand that life is much more meaningful than, just it's not mundane really. What you think is mundane, that breakfast you're having, that lunch you're having, it's not mundane. There's a very big blessing there and you can appreciate it in different aspects. And there's an aspect that I want you to appreciate at that's
Yeah.
on the emotional level and so that's what I want people to see in the video. So one time I posted this paratha video, right?
Mm.
This it was a paratha with like I posted two paratha videos
Yeah. Yeah.
and somebody reached out to me saying I just really wanted to tell you I showed this to my grandma and she was like I showed this to my grandma and my granddad and my grandfather actually my dada or it was not Abu, I forgot. One of
Mm.
them passed away a while ago, and they had this tradition every weekend. They would together make paratha and then have that, and we would join, and it would be an amazing like thing that they would always do. And when he passed away, she stopped doing it altogether, and she was going through a lot, the grandma, and so she felt really sad for her grandma, and she said I showed her that video, and I just wanted to let you know it made her so happy to see somebody making that, and then she said, you know what, I think I'm gonna make a paratha this weekend again like I used to. So she said that, she's been dealing with a lot ever since her husband passed away, but you gave her that like even the small amount of like moving forward and trying to like do something that she likes again, she said that it means a lot to her. And she said that she hasn't seen that glimmer of hope in her grandma in such a long time, so she wanted
Yeah.
to thank me. And
Yeah.
messages like that really like it's one of the sole reasons why I'll go. If I sit down and I get really like sad and like I'm like I don't know if I want to keep on going. I have no motivation. I remember the messages like that, and they really make me feel better. And that's what I want people to feel. I want people to feel better, like you said. It's that. That's basically what it is.